Ben Stokes is someone who loves playing for England, I think, as much as anyone else, and he's a player that any England team's lucky to have in the side. And obviously he's got his knee. It's no secret that he's been trying to manage that, but it's great for him that he feels like he's in a place that he can go and have a big contribution in a tournament like the World Cup. And any team that has a Ben Stokes in is going to be a better team as well. So I mean, it's great for everybody, and fingers crossed, if all these rumours are true, then I'm sure he'll have an amazing tournament.
It's not a surprise to me, really. From the moment that I heard that he was retiring, that my first thought was, okay, well, that means he gets the time off when England are involved in one-day internationals between now and the World Cup. But it would not surprise me whatsoever if either they asked him or the intention was that he would play in the World Cup only. He's needed the sort of headspace and the physical space, I suppose, between Test series and taking on the huge job of being captain of England in the Test matches, just to give himself something of a break, some sort of recovery time. But of course, why wouldn't Matthew Mott and Josh Buttler want a man who's been man of the match in two successful World Cup finals, to join their defence in India this October? I mean, it's a complete no-brainer, really.
I guess he was happy with how he went in the Ashes. I know he didn't bowl as many overs as he has done in the past, but I'm sure he will be chatting with Josh Buttler and Matt Motts and talking about managing his workload during that. So I mean, it's great that he feels like his body's in a place that he can do that. And I think he's a cricketer. Obviously, he initially retired from this format. And then he was looking to, I guess, play T20s and just Test cricket. But I think with the way the schedule's gone, there's not Test cricket until sort of the start of February or end of January. So it does give him a good chance to recover. And look, for him, hopefully he's got a lot more years of playing. But it's a World Cup. It's another opportunity to write history in the game. And obviously his job is England Test captain, which is a massive job. But if he can contribute into hopefully another England team winning the World Cup, then if that's what he feels like his best bet, then he'll have 100% backing from everyone for that.
The knee injury that has dogged him now for well over a year is going to need surgery at some point, and until they sort of get in there and discover exactly what the problems are, he won't know and we won't know what the how long the layoff might be, whatever the recovery time looks like. And of course, Ben's number one priority is playing, is captaining England and that big tour of India coming up at the end of January next year. So there are lots of ifs and buts. And he might well turn around and say, he asked Moeen Ali to come out of retirement. He did that for him. He might turn around and say, look, at some point I've got to get this knee fixed. And that time is going to be now, if I'm going to be ready to play in India in January. And I don't think anybody would begrudge him that. But there's also sort of the tantalising prospect that he says, you know what, yeah, okay, another tournament, we'll give it a go, and then I'll back myself and my fitness that whatever they have to do to me surgery-wise post the World Cup, hopefully after the final on the 19th of November, that I have enough time to get that done and be ready to captain England on that tour of India later on in the following year.
He didn't have his best ever tournament in Australia, and then he stepped up when the team needed him the most in the semi-final and the final. So I mean he's someone who does step up in that biggest stage of all. But then again, you look at that team and there's guys with the bat who can do exactly that. I think the way sort of Brookie's come through, and Josh Buttler himself, he's someone you want in those massive games as well. I think there's guys throughout the order. Joe Root, obviously. I mean, the list is endless. You can name every player in the order, and if they have their day out on the final of a World Cup, then they can be a match-winning hero and do exactly what he's done the last two World Cups. So of course they can win without him. But look, any team with Ben Stokes in is a better team.